The last
So,
pick.
so I guess you still end up being
Last
wrong.
ban. But it was last pick banned. That means not second to last pick. There's no way to go around this.
Well, Dragon Knight. Okay, so that does
pick.
add a little bit more pushing power. What we wanted to see. So maybe they can snowball. Their laning phase is still going to be okay for first departure. But MVP Phoenix should be able to take that. And Death Prophet choice here for Phoenix rather than first departure. So they get themselves some pushing power that is going to be able to snowball the Templar Assassin early on.
And Death Prophet probably going middle. No, what? March? No, QO plays middle. March plays.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So this will be
I'd rather
one position, Death Prophet.
Yeah, I like Death Prophet more middle, just because she needs the levels more. Once TA gets 6s, 7, it's fine. It's more so you need Death Prophet to be getting level 11 fast. And if you're sharing the EXP with a tree and a Rubik, it's not as effective.
That's true. But we could potentially see these heroes rotate around a little bit. The Rubik as well as the Train Protector. If we see like an early boots first treat, no, we're not going to see
battle.
that. I was about to say, like the telekinesis, like you would feel like this is a little bit of lack of damage from this dual support combo, but just because the Train Protector hits so hard that if you get boots first, you can actually lead telekinesis, get off one hit, follow it with Leech Seed, get a couple extra right clicks, and it actually does a decent amount of damage as far as support duos go. But
Well, they just put Ryzen on the boots job duty, because I mean they figure they're gonna have a Tide Hunter off lane, so you might as well just get as much harassment as you can. And Tide Hunter, he went for the Stout Shield first. I don't know if I agree with this. I would have rather seen a Boots first, because all you need to do is get Kraken Shell level 2. Now he's more susceptible to die because he doesn't have that movement speed.
right. Means he's going to have a lot harder time distancing himself from that Train Protector right clicks, as well as getting away from that Death Prophet. And I really like boots first on Tidehunter offlane, mainly because at level 2 you're getting Kraken Shell, which is actually just as good as Stout Shield. In fact, a lot of times I would almost prefer to see boots and Kraken Shell at level 1, because it's actually just the same. You get a 10 damage reduction compared to a 20 damage reduction off of 60% chance. So it's practically the same as a Stout Shield, just a 10% little extra bump for the Stout Shield. But all in all, I think that Kraken Shell happens to be one of the more heavily underrated abilities.
Well,
Oh dear.
Rubik not gonna be going down here. They were gonna smoke middle. They still could. So kind of great that they dodged that. Rubik just messing around with here, and wow, what a block by the Tidehunter. This offlane. I mean, this gives a lot of free Batrider, but still Tide should be having a relatively nice time since he's so far. You know, Tree's pulling now, but should get these creeps.
Yeah, I mean, if he only has to, well, Rubik is coming in, but I was going to say, if he only had to deal with one support, he could easily go over and start stealing some of that experience, and Train Protector is actually not going for the double pull. So this lane is going to push out again into the Tidehunter, which is a big advantage. Like, the biggest problem with a Tidehunter is much like a Centaur, is that you're a little bit greedy for your off lane. You're easily countered out, you don't have any sort of special escape mechanism, and you aren't so tanky that you're able to deal with 3v1 scenarios. So I could easily see him getting caught out, but if he gets a couple levels here, he's going to be a lot harder to deal with. Middle lane, it's going to be Templar Assassin going up against the Dragon Knight, which should be a pretty decent matchup both ways. Dragon Knight can deal with the harassment of the Templar Assassin, but TA should be able to get a little bit of extra CS there thanks to Refraction.
Yeah, this is one of those lanes where TA can just go out of control if it's not controlled properly. So, well, Tidehunter did get his level 2. I mean, Batrider clearing out these trees here, giving him a lot of vision. And the one bad thing is Sand King. I mean, both pools are blocked. This Radiant on the off lane for the Radiant, they got this hard camp blocked off. And for this dire side, they got this small camp blocked off, and they have no sentry wards. so no dewarding going to be happening.
Right.
So both teams losing out on a lot of EXP and gold.
Well, pretty passive on both sides. Both the offlaners just being chased away, but neither one in serious danger. Batrider looks like he's going to be going to jungle, and that is one big advantage that a Tidehunter does not have. I think Tidehunter, like Dire side, is actually a lot better just because you have that close access to the Ancients to stack every once in a while. Whereas if you're on that Radiant off lane, which part of the big advantage is being able to take that hard camp and absorb some of that experience, or maybe even pull it. If that's being blocked away, which is exactly what they did by this ward, then he doesn't actually have the chance to be able to get really inexperience if the lane is kept passive like this.
Well, yeah, you got Batrider stagging up the jungle here. And could be doing fine. Gonna be getting more off this off lane than I think Tidehunter, but the lane they still haven't double stacked, so this is hurting. This is giving too much to the Tidehunter. It feels like not having these double stacks in this from MVP's side.
Yeah, there should be no reason that First Departure should be getting so much with their offlane Tide right now, just because of the fact that they just keep on doing these single pulls, and it's instead of just like stacking and then pulling it like you're saying. So it's just kind of ridiculous how much they're feeding away to the Tide. Back to though the two side lanes here. We do have Morphling who's sitting at 25 and 14 compared to the 26 and 4 on March. This should be a very, very early tier 1 tower going down as soon as March hits level 6. They're probably going to try and take that offlane tower, and that will be even more experience fed the way of Tidehunter, even if it is at the cost of a lost tower. So he's going to have an early Ravage, and you may see him also be able to farm up a quick Blink Dagger, which at that point, I mean, that's really all First Departure really needs. The Sand King should be having a Blink Dagger in a decent amount of time here. He hasn't stacked up as much as I would like to see him, but he's also not that far behind in stacking either.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Middle lane, if they dive, they might be in trouble. And Tidehunter still going to be getting a lot out of this. They should just rotate up there. They're not going to get a kill in the middle lane. I mean, even if TA6, yeah, not going to be getting a kill, so they should have just rotated behind the tower, but still they could add TP support. Dazzle's carrying around a TP, saving that 1 point just in case need that shallow grave TP for anybody, but diving up middle.
Yeah, they're trying to draw out the Templar Assassin as much as possible. Dazzle has been sitting here for quite some time with that Invis rune, but weren't able to really punish him for that too much. Man, I gotta say, this is one of the more passive games that I've seen so far in this qualifier. FaZe Boot's gonna be picked up by QO, while we're gonna have our upgraded Strength Res going the way. 2-1-2 build coming out from this Tidehunter, instead of a 1-1-3 build, which is what we typically see from Tidehunters nowadays. And Tide gonna be in a bit of trouble here, is being chased down by the Death Prophet. Last nuke is able to secure the first blood, as March is going to be now focusing on taking this tier 1 tower. He's going to clean up the wave real quickly and then turn onto the tower, and that should be a huge gold influx for March.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nice diving. He had enough mana, but QO is going to get picked off here in the middle lane. And
oh, good shot, Shadow
tower
Wave
has
too.
fallen.
He didn't even get a chance to get a refraction off.
he didn't have enough mana anyways.
Yeah.
So, well, they I don't know if they should have backed off the middle lane here. Maybe should have pressured a little bit more with their heroes, but I guess the Tidehunter needs to come back since the lane is pushing top, so free XP.
Dire's middle
So
tower is under attack.
they still couldn't get this tower all the way
Dire's
down
structures
in
are
middle lane,
fortified.
even if they contested with all 4. Might as well just go back to farming if you can't get a tower. And well, they got a DC on the Rubik. Where is he going? Seems fine. It looks like, wait.
Reason seems to have some serious issues with his internet today.
You have 5 minutes and 2 more pauses. It's like we got a robot in this game or something giving out commands or something.
Yeah, man, these admins are very serious about some of their, they like just have copy paste for all of their rules that they display for each lobby and all that sort of thing. Same time, matches haven't really been starting on time.
It's probably your fault.
It probably is my fault.
I mean, you're just
Even
slacking
though
all
I'm
day,
like,
every day.
the first one in the lobby every single time. No.
You're a slacker, dude.
I am a slacker. I will admit that. That's why I have a job that isn't really a job. So.
Yeah, you're getting paid false money. It's not even real money.
Are you saying I'm not earn real money?
You're a counterfeit. You're a lie.
Esports money. It's too strong though. QO may be ganked up again here as we got both the Sand King and the Tidehunter rotating in. They do have a Ravage if they want to try and go for this. He attempted gank on the Dragonite, but double stun goes out from the Burrow Strike. Now the follow-up, Ravage is going to go off. They may catch out Rubik in the back. In fact, they're going to try and go for 3 here as QO stunned up by the Dragon Tail, and I think Tidehunter may have made a serious mistake when he didn't try and go for QO there with the rest of his allies, and it might just cost Lovey his life. The last hit comes in, and QO Templar Assassin. This is one of the heroes that MVP runs a lot, and for a very specific reason, man. QO plays a very good
Ghost
Templar
Ladies on
Assassin.
top, man. There goes the Fortify. They've been wailing on this. See what I did there? Alright. Well,
wailing.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yes,
attack.
I get it. I get it.
Fine. No, you don't like the Banshee from the Dota 1 days. Remember those good old days? Hey, I think you could take over, right? In the Dota 1 days, you could take over the enemy unit for the Banshee. Oh, Shadow Priest.
Yeah,
I got the tail end of that.
yeah, don't worry. Camera's on it the whole time. Simple, easy kill for the Bat Rider.
All right, now you got 3 more pauses and 5 minutes for your side first departure.
2 more pauses.
Oh no, 2 more. That's right.
Yeah, they only get 3 pauses, 5 minutes each.
Well,
we're gonna be
what
seeing
if one pause doesn't last for 5 minutes? What if it lasts for 4 minutes? Does the other 1 minute carry over to the other 2 pauses?
No, it does not. Apparently.
All right.
You saw what he posted. You saw what he posted when MVP paused for the first time.
Hey, I was just,
He said
just
you have
seeing
2
how
pauses left.
these rules work.
You have two pauses left, 5 minutes each. So apparently they don't really carry over. So just hope you don't have more than 3 DCs in a game, or else you're screwed. So Chains did go for greedy build on Morphling, going for the Hand of Midas. I mean, he's got free farm, so he's got every incentive to do so. We have QO, who's going to be going for the movement speed build. Drums into Yasha, it seems, is going to be the build for him. But a BKB definitely necessary this game. So he's going to want to be able to have that one. Our carry Death Prophet did grab a very, very early Yules, which means he has a ton of movement speed. So it's going to be up to those Blink Daggers to really be able to catch out that Death Prophet, and it's also going to rely on the Burrow Strike being that instant stun, and then they just have the Chain Stunner. Otherwise, she's going to get off that Yules, and then anything could happen from there.
She still doesn't have a silence. They know that Tide Ravage is on cooldown, but QO is going to get picked up from middle lane again. They don't even need it. Now they're going to pressure this tower. But Rubik's coming in. They don't have a stun for him. They do have that. Now they have the stun up. If he gets... Yeah, they can dive.
Yeah, they're going for it. Living Armor is up on Rayson. He's just trying to delay as much as possible because at the same time, March is trying to go for a push at the bottom lane, but he doesn't have his ultimate yet. So just miscommunication here, I feel, for MVP, is they kind of split their focus too much. If they had kept, they had kept
to a bad spot.
Yeah,
well,
I agree. Tier 1 tower is going to fall here. We have the teleport in of QO, but they shouldn't really be able to do much with this. Our Bat Rider can't even find a lasso pickoff.
Yeah, he does have the Blink Dagger though. Doesn't have a Flame Break. Now they're defending bottom. So that opens up the mid lane here. Tidehunter has his Ravage up, so they don't want to go for him. They'll just get turned around on. And they won't have the Dragon Knight in this fight. He is going to be rushing that BKB. So
yeah.
Do they want to go on this Tide Hunter?
I like the way they're splitting their pressure now. Like earlier when they were trying to defend that tower, I think they made a big mistake, but now the way they're split pushing is actually pretty damn effective. And all due to the fact that we don't have a certain tree on the side of first departure, it's being really effective as March is about to take the tier 1 bottom. They did have the deny on the middle tower, but you can only get so much. MVP are still going to be happy with this heavy influx of gold. Yep, Lubby's going to be able to find March, who does have a Yule Scepter, is going to Yule's up the Morphling and may still be able to get away here. We're going to have the waveform go out, but March is just too damn fast. They don't have the nuke damage necessary to be able to finish off the Death Prophet.
Yeah, even though the mid tower got denied, that's still worth it. You got 3 towers for 1. It's sad to say that they kind of messed up a little bit. They could have kept their tier 1 middle if Rubik didn't get picked off. So a little bit of misplay there, but so far MVP coming out ahead in tree. He's able to free farm up to that level 5. As long as he gets this next level 6, they might be looking good. But like you said, they need a TA with this BKB before they can start maybe taking these team fights.
Yeah, they're going to have a big advantage here, which is going to be with all the gold that they're picking up from some of these early towers, they're going to get Templar Assassin farmed up pretty quickly here. Again, that faster BKB is going to be so important for them. Faster they get that kind of extra damage on the Templar Assassin also means they're going to be able to take Roshan. That's obviously going to be a big advantage for MVP, and Batrider, perfect idea. Is going to be going in for the pickoff. Grabs Chains though, and I'm not sure if that's really the hero you wanted to go for, as the rest of the first departure are going to be able to protect them. In fact, they're going to be able to get the Rubik. No, he stole the waveform earlier. And does get out middle lane. Lovey's going to get picked off as March activates the ultimate. And able to catch him out.
Kyo's gonna try to get up, blow up the SA.
Oh yeah, just a good Shallow Grave plus.
Chain's got no mana though. He's gonna go down here no matter what. There's just no way out of this.
He's morphing to strength, but it's only gonna do so much for you just because it's decreasing your armor at the same time. And obviously, Templar Assassin, who puts down a ton of magic or physical damage and as well as a good amount of minus armor, is rather good versus Morphling in that regard. So. QO, MVP, this might be their opportunity to take Roshan. They're already pinging it out.
They don't have ulti on March though. So, but they have the reduction damage now. If they do fight here, Sand King has his epicenter, and so Tide Hunter's just gonna be rushing that quick mech. So mech on Crobulus now too.
This is big. Now it's going to be entirely up to first departure. They have to finish up. They basically have to get that initiation with the epicenter burst strike. There is no other option for them. They have to be able to pop March quickly before he can get off Yule's as well as Neck. And you're right.
Back out. They're going to lose this fight if they continue.
They're still trying to go for it here. Tide Hunter making his way in. Throws down Curious little anchor smash. Roshan is down to 700 health right now. Tide Hunter just sitting in the middle of all these heroes. Batrider is actually going to be able to drag the Dragonite up onto the cliff. That's a big win. Now Tide Hunter pops the Ravage right before the silence goes off. He's trying to do what damage he can after that goes off. But the mixed Burrow Strike and the stolen Ravage. MVP completely turned the team fight. And now it's just going to be the cleanup. Dragonite, he's going to be last kill as he's left up on the cliff. Couldn't finish off QO. And Morphling, or excuse me, Dazzle, who did Shallow Grave himself earlier, will be the last to die. MVP, not only do they get Roshan, but they take 5 heroes off of that team fight. First departure, a serious failure to execute there as they try to interrupt Roche.
Well, yeah, it started off great with the Batrider taking the DK up for a ride on that cliff, and after that, I can't believe the Rubik managed to steal that Ravage. Just not fast enough reflexes there from either the Tide Hunter or just great positioning by Ryzen. I mean, that return Ravage secured them that team fight, and well, they still didn't. And then I think the Sand King didn't have any mana for his stun or something, or I don't know, because he only casted his ulti and it didn't do anything because he didn't.
No, he Burrow Striked. He missed.
He missed.
He completely whiffed it. Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was very embarrassing. Yeah, they just like even if the Dragonite wasn't put up on the cliff, I felt like there was just no backup. Like, once he ravaged, there wasn't the immediate Sand King there stunning up the Death Prophet. And once the Death Prophet just gets a moment's notice and you get off that mech, the team fight, I think, is already over from that point. Like, I really don't actually like the mech here for the Tidehunter. I know it's going to be a good item for them and everything else, but I feel like they rely on so much burst damage on first departure that these sustained team fights aren't going to go their way. Like, you're dealing with a Death Prophet. That's one of the best heroes that benefits off of long, drawn-out team fights. So I would much rather have seen the Blink Dagger, which ensures better initiation and better opportunity to be able to pop the enemy team faster than I would for the mech, which is more like Tidehunter's initiation at that point is just him walking in.
Morphling doesn't have a replicate up. He's gonna get picked off here.
Oh, that is no good. Telekinesis lead into the last zone. Now the silence goes off. He is morphing in his strength quite a bit, but they should be able to just walk him down here. Waveform goes out, so they have a stun. Overgrowth is going to go off in time, as well as the Yule Scepter. So easily getting this kill, and you're right. MVP, pick off the Morphling, and now going to turn this into a tier 2 tower push.
Yeah, they could just send all their heroes top 2 and maybe defend this, because Rubik has the Blink Ravage on himself. It's going to run out right now, though, so he doesn't have that, sadly to say. Maybe if he was level 11, they would stay longer and this Ravage would be useful, but unfortunate there. But yeah, they're just getting a lot of momentum, and like I said, once this TA gets the BKB, there's not much at all that first departure can do. They're just steamrolling after that Roshan fight, and I don't see the pressure being let up. They could even go for this. They're saving March's ulti. Now they're going to go for this high ground. I don't see how first departure it's going to be a huge epicenter into a Tidehunter Ravage. They need that for the defense.
You know, I was saying earlier on Twitter, this is my favorite. Whenever I watch MVP, this is my favorite kind of strategy to see from them. I feel it's one of the strategies they execute the best, and it also takes advantage of, I feel, some of the they're very, very greedy picks when they run these early push lineups. Last game, they were picking up a Warlock core, a Warlock in the one position who picked up a fast Aghanims, and they just went in for these like kind of 15 minutes push. Now they're doing it again, except for this time it's with the Death Prophet.
Yeah, you can see that they're utilizing their team fights, and then it just comes back to the tree pick. They just have all their, I mean, this game they have all their tier 1 towers down, but it's just allowing them just to get too much down on this map. So it hasn't been saving that many lives this game, but as long as they're just helping control the team fight still with the tree ultis, and still it's a great hero, but he hasn't been doing as much this game as normally he's been doing. But now that you have the double invis going out, they might need to be worrying. Do they have a sentry down? Yeah, they have a sentry down right here.
I mean, one of the most important aspects of a Morphling is his ability to split push, and it's just a Train Protector wrecks split pushers like this. Like a hero like Lycan. Yeah, he's so far behind.
He's like dirt poor. I want to look at the net worth. I mean, he's 3,000 right now, behind Death Prophet.
This is something I'm about keen. Look at his skill build here. He is going to continue this, I believe. Nature Skies, I think he is going to max it out. And this is a build that I've seen him do for 4. With the Train Protectors, he goes a 4-1-4 build. He doesn't actually go for the extra levels of Leech Seed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, they didn't even go for the BKB on QO. They're just gonna burst down everything. Nice and easy.
Buildings are just gonna be destroyed once he puts the Desolator on it, mixed in with the Ghost coming in.
I think they could have gotten the bottom tier 1 tower, tier 3 tower before the Roshan expired. It's gonna expire in 20-ish seconds or so, maybe 30. The Aegis is gonna be gone, so I mean, I would like to see them maybe pressure the tier 3 bottom with it before it went off, but they're still pressuring now with their smoke gank. They just can't find anyone, because if FD comes out of the base, they're gonna get picked off, it feels like.
Yeah. Rest MVP grouping up in the bottom lane.
Do you think Tidehunter should have an axe upgrade?
Sure, why not? Sorry, I was winning into a coughing fit. I seem to be
I was coughing
getting,
too.
I just got something in my throat.
Me too,
I
man.
don't feel like I'm sick. Just
You're contagious.
Yep. Well, we already knew that.
Oh.
For the ladies. Well, it looks like MVP, they want to farm up a little bit more before they go for the death push. They're going to have a heart soon for the death prophet. And really the only item that's going to be picked up by first departure is that Lincoln's. Like, they are not close to any other upgrades, so drawing this out a little bit more makes perfect sense for them. It's not like a Lincoln's is really going to affect them when it comes for that 5-man push. Like, all that Lincoln's really does for a Morphling is give you a small amount of extra survivability, plus allows you to split push really effectively.
Yeah, he's still really useless too, because he's level 11. Oh.
This guy was playing like this for quite some time. He was just kind of chilling out in the enemy jungle, spying out where the heroes of first departure were at, but finally they caught him with 2 different counter wards being laid down.
That's just space created. He's about to be up anyways.
Yeah.
It's just him dying just means that you're just getting intel on the map and none of your cores are getting picked off. So
he's basically just a good spy, dying for the intel of his team.
Well, he's not a good spy if he died. Gosh, Cap.
And listen, sometimes
No,
it's unavoidable.
good spies don't die.
Sometimes it's unavoidable, all right? Not every spy is 007.
And every spy needs to be 007.
MVP, they recently picked up a gem on the Bat Rider, so there goes all that warding attempts from first departure. And Roshan's going to be up in 10 seconds, but MVP don't know that. And doesn't really seem like they care about Roshan, even if it could be up in the next 10 seconds to 2 minutes. They don't seem to care. Instead, they're just going to go tier 3 tower push. Bubby does get a 2-man stun here for Burrow Strike. But Dragonite being pulled back in to pop his BKB, but he can't deal with that physical damage coming out from the TA. Ravage goes off, but it's stolen again from Reason this time. Turns around on for Chains. Gonna be in some trouble. Epicenter goes out. Lovey misses another Burrow Strike. And KS trying to get away from these ghosts, but he's not going to be able to get away in time. Chains, he gets a little bit more distance with this Ghost Scepter, but he's still going to fall. And MVP just roll over first departure. Double buybacks coming out from the Dragonite as well as the Sand King, but it's not going to matter. This set of racks will fall with every single hero of MVP being up.
Yeah, the only thing they can do maybe is just dive the fountain. That's the only way I see them dying right now. They're gonna get the Dragonite here. That's gonna be a lot of damage, and well, Shallow Grave's only gonna help. Just
it's not like Dragonite's really hero benefits from it too much anyway. He's kind of one of those heroes that you're not going to really benefit from 5 extra seconds of fighting time, especially when you don't have that dragon form up. So, Force Staff dropped on the ground. All right. GG, MVP. My God, these guys are firmly in second place now. Now taking the win up against first departure. They move up to 6-2, ahead of Myth Trust, Orange Esports, Maneski, and RRQ.
Yeah, they only got one more game too, man. If they win that, they're secured top 2.